He lies across a cold stone ledge, his body stretched almost beyond the frame itself. His hands are locked tightly together. Every muscle is tense. Half of his face is hidden beneath his arm. But then, you notice the eye, looking directly at you. Not monstrous, not demonic, human. And somehow, that makes it worse. This is The Fallen Angel by Alexander Cabanel, painted in 1847. And more than a century later, it still unsettles people. At first glance, Lucifer looks almost impossibly beautiful. His body is painted like a classical sculpture, a flawless anatomy, smooth skin, perfect proportions. Cabanel studied Michelangelo, Raphael, and ancient Roman statues obsessively. And he used all of that knowledge here. Because the tragedy only works if Lucifer was once magnificent. Look closely at the wings. Near the rocks, the feathers darken into heavy browns and deep blues. But higher up, they become softer, lighter, almost heavenly. It feels as if heaven hasn't fully let go of him yet. Above him, angels rise into the glowing sky. They move upward in peace and light, never looking back. They belong somewhere he no longer can. And that contrast is the entire painting. Light above, darkness below, acceptance, and exile. Cabanel painted this shortly after suffering rejection himself. One of his major works had been harshly criticized by the French Academy. The rejection devastated him. Alone in Rome, isolated and consumed by work, he began painting the fallen angel, not as a monster, but as someone broken. And then there's the detail that changes everything. The tear. One single tear sliding down Lucifer's face. Without it, this would simply be a painting about anger. But with it, the entire image becomes human. For centuries, artists painted the devil as something ugly of horns, claws, twisted faces. Cabanel did the opposite. He painted Lucifer as beautiful, wounded, heartbroken. And suddenly, the figure stops feeling like a villain. He becomes someone who once belonged somewhere, and lost it forever. Years later, Cabanel became famous, rich, celebrated, admired across France. But the fallen angel outlived all of that, because it contained something his more polished paintings never did. Real pain. That's why people still stop when they see it. Not because they sympathize with the devil, but because almost everyone understands what it feels like to fail, to be rejected, to watch others keep rising while you fall. And that final look beneath Lucifer's arm, filled with rage, shame, and grief all at once, still feels terrifyingly familiar. That is why this painting still lives.